So, Palworld developer Pocket Pair responds to Nintendo Pokemon lawsuit, says it's unaware of patents it's accused of infringing. We will do our utmost for our fans. So, I did a video earlier today in regards to the lawsuit. So, pretty much what's happening is that Pokemon and the Pokemon Company and Nintendo are suing Pocket Pair, and Pocket Pair is the developers of Palworld. So it's one of those things, they're both Japanese corporations. So with them doing the lawsuit, there was a lot of speculation as to where exactly this lawsuit was going to be handled because of the fact that copyright laws are so different around the world. Some people were speculating they were going to do it in the US, but from the looks of it, it looks like they did. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company did decide to go with the lawsuit in Japan. So some of the information that has been given out, that's some information that we got, and then we'll go ahead and get into this article where they give a little bit more information as far as to how Palworld's response to it all is. So Palworld developer Pocket Pair has responded to Nintendo and the Pokemon Company's shock patent infringement lawsuit with a statement that says it's unaware which patents is being accused of infringing. Overnight, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company announced that the companies have been taking legal action against the fellow Japanese developer Pocket Pair, alleging Palworld, dubbed Pokemon with Guns by fans, infringes multiple patent rights. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company are seeking an injunction and compensation for damages. Pocket Pair said it is begrudgingly investigating the patent's infringement claims while continues to update Palworld despite the lawsuit and apologizes to players left concerned about the future of the game. So that's pretty much the gist of it. They're going after them and hoping to get some compensation and injunction. So with compensation, obviously they're trying to get some back pay because they feel that they have taken some damages with the fact that Palworld had done so successfully. And as far as the injunction goes, that is kind of left up in the air because pretty much from my understanding what an injunction is that's when a court is ordered to like there's a judge that places an order. The individual, which in this case would be Pocket Pair and Palworld, would there's a possibility they would have to stop production. So there is a chance they would have to stop production of the game itself, or if they decided to, they can change it so that if they decided to pursue any further production of the game, more than likely the Nintendo and the Pokemon Company would probably get a share in that kind of a thing. So we'll continue on. So here's Pocket Pair's statement in full. Regarding the lawsuit, yesterday a lawsuit was filed against our company for patent infringement. We have received notice of this lawsuit and we begin to the appropriate legal proceedings and investigations into the claims of patent infringement. At the moment, we are unaware of the specific patents we are accused of infringing upon, and we have not been notified of such details. Pocket Pair is a small indie company based in Tokyo. Our goal as a company has always been to create fun games. We will continue to pursue this goal because we know that our games bring joy to millions of gamers around the world. Palworld was a surprise success this year, both for our gamers and for us. We are blown away by the amazing response of the game and have been working hard to make it even better for our fans. We will continue to improve Palworld and strive to create a game that our fans can be proud of. It is truly unfortunate that we will be forced to allocate significant time to matters unrelated to the game's development due to this lawsuit. However, we will do our utmost for our fans and ensure that the indie games developers are not hindered or discouraged from pursuing their creative ideas. We apologize to our fans and support for any worry or discomfort that this news has caused. As always, thank you for your continued support of Palworld and Pocket Pair. So, pretty crazy. The fact that they're not even sure what it is yet. I mean, at the same time, the lawsuit it was just filed, in, say a couple of hours ago. So they're not going to give all the details right away. It is going to be one of those things they are going to have to spend some time just to kind of get figured out and get situated to see what exactly the Pokemon Company is going to try to go after them for. So we'll continue on. So players are now left wondering whether Nintendo and the Pokemon Company's lawsuit will force Pocket Pair to remove Palworld for sales or even shut the game down. See, that's where it gets a little bit muddy. It gets a little bit weird as to what's going to happen from this point on with the game. As you'd expect, the official Palworld Discord is packed with posts from players debating the likelihood of Nintendo's success with this lawsuit and its potential effect on the game. And again, it is one of those things, it does make it a little bit different since it is being settled in Japan as opposed to the States. So again, all the laws are going to be different in that regard. So after Palworld's record-breaking launch in January and the subsequent comparison to Pokemon, IGN asked experts whether Nintendo could potentially sue Pocket Pair. At this time, Peter Lewin, video game lawyer and Wigan, told IGN much would depend on in which country Nintendo pursues legal action. There you go. Given the differences in IP law across the globe. The US, for example, has a notoriously permissive fair use defense, which might have influenced whether Nintendo sued Pocket Pair. Nintendo's lawsuit was filed in the Tokyo District Court. So clearly going to be different laws over there. Sam Castry, a copyright lawyer, said an avid Pokemon lawyer told IGN there was the potential for a court order that would block Pocket Pair from selling Palworld, but cast doubt in the likelihood of a lawsuit. That analysis, however, was in the context of the lawsuit based on copyright infringement. Nintendo's lawsuit alleged patent infringement, although the company has yet to detail which patent. Meanwhile, Pocket Pair is continuing to update Palworld regardless. Just a few hours after Nintendo announced the lawsuit, Pocket Pair released a hotfix for Xbox version to fix the fatal bug where Wild Pals and Base Pals would sometimes stop moving and working. The developer said the game issue was having in the Steam version, and it's on the case. Thank you for your continued support of Palworld. Pocket Pair tweeted, and then just some replies that they got. So pretty crazy the fact that, again, that they don't know what exactly the patents are being sued for. And one of the things I thought was wild was one of the other articles I had come across. They had talked about this information right here, so we'll get into this. So that still hasn't stopped people from speculating and looking further into Nintendo and the Pokemon Company's patents. GameFile Steven Totilo spotted a US Nintendo and the Pokemon Company patent for a video game character throwing an item to catch a monster while out in field. That is where I feel like it starts getting really weird as far as the lawsuit goes, because that is such a vague description for any type of video game. Because I bet you anything, just reading that, I'm sure there's multiple examples that people can give of video games where a character is throwing an item to catch a monster while out in the field. So if that's going to be the kind of argument that they're going to be making, clearly it's going to be in a court. So I'm not going to be able to be like, yes, this is how it's going to go. But if that's the kind of argument, I feel like that's going to be kind of weak. It's like the individual had stated on the other one. If they were going for a copyright infringement, then that would make a little bit more sense because of the fact that so many of the pals, we got perfect examples right here. They look like the Pokemon. So if they were going for copyright infringement for the fact that they look so similar, I feel like that would work a little bit better. But they're not doing that. They're going after the patents, which is like pretty much the game mechanics on how it works. And like I stated in the video I did regarding the lawsuit with Pokemon and the Chinese corporation, it's one of those things where I feel like there's too many differences from the base game, because yeah, it's a game where you're catching monsters, but like I stated before, you can catch humans as well, which isn't something you can do in Pokemon. You're building a base, which again isn't something you do in Pokemon. And then the main thing is that you're using guns. That's definitely not something you see in any type of Pokemon game. You know what I mean? Any characters using guns, or you using guns to attack the pals in the game. So I think this is kind of weird. I'm not too sure what kind of direction this is going to go in, especially, you know, considering that this is news that just broke. But I'm gonna definitely keep you guys posted and kind of keep up with this information as everything unfolds, just to kind of keep you guys into the loop, because I think this is very interesting, and I'm kind of curious of how this is gonna affect the video game industry moving forward, as far as smaller indie corporations trying to, you know, make their new games and everything like that. If it's gonna be too similar to something that's already been out, is this gonna cause an issue for those indie companies later on in the future? So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Do you think that Palworld is in the right or the wrong? Do you think that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company, do you think they have a winning case here? So let me know what you guys think. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.